Good morning, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. It is Sunday, the 27th of April, and the moon is in Taurus. We have a new moon in Taurus today. New moons are points where we plant a seed. In Taurus, we're dealing with issues of security, financial security, physical security, essential needs, food, water, shelter. We look around the world and we see so many people have so little, while people who have so much are just trying to get more and more and not pay their fair share. Um, so this is a time when we want to start something new. Now, let me share the chart with you. I think that's important. Um, So let me do that. So this is the slide that I used when we were talking about this new moon in our moon shadows episode on this channel that we did on Friday. Um, so, and if you want a deeper exploration into this new moon, that would be a good video to watch if you haven't already. But so this is the new moon at 8 degrees of Taurus. The Sabian symbol for 8 degrees of Taurus is a sleigh without snow. Um, Alignment with the future, the importance and value of anticipating what inevitable changes are coming, making something out of nothing with creative optimism. Says following a major setback and significant process of letting go, we must look forward to the future with optimism and imagination. What we have managed to learn and earn become the building blocks and resources of the future yet to be created out of our thoughts. And when we look at anything, whenever we look at Taurus, it's always a good idea to look at Venus because Venus is the ruling planet of Taurus. And of course, Venus is right at this moment in a conjunction to Saturn and the North Node, indicating the way forward for the United States. This is a chart for the United States. It is erected for Washington, D.C., with the North Node in the seventh house of allies and open enemies. Okay, so this is about listening to our allies and in some cases, listening to our open enemies, I guess. The psychology of listening is the seventh house. Pisces is about forgiveness, it's about compassion. Um, and the Sabian symbol for Venus at 29 degrees of Pisces, of which it is now sitting with this new moon, is a prism. And it says the white light is divided into a diversity of rainbow colors by a raindrop or a prism and shows clearly the allegory of the relationship between the one and the many. And so we are truly all in this together. The 29th degree of Pisces, the second to the last degree of the zodiac, reminds us that the white light is made up of all colors, all spectrums. We're all in the spectrum. We are all a part of God, Goddess, all that is. And that needs to be our guiding principle at this new moon. Of course, wherever this new moon falls in your chart is going to indicate what area of life that you can plant a seed of resourcefulness, uh, essential needs and values. What are your values? We will be tested. Now, I also want to just quickly, um, I'm going to share another screen with you because I want to show you how this new moon sits on the chart of the United States of America. This is the Sibley chart, July 4th, 1776 in Philadelphia, PA, Sagittarius rising. And as we look, the new moon is down here in the fifth house. The fifth house is the house of children. It's the house of entertainment. It's the house of fun. The creative arts are found here. This particular new moon is actually square the nodal axis of the United States. And not only that, because we can't look at this new moon without looking at this very evident opposition between Mars and Pluto, which has been sort of dancing around each other for months now. And we finally, yesterday, had the exact opposition. And I believe it was yesterday or right when this was starting to get direct that the Kash Patel, the head of the FBI, um, arrested a judge in Wisconsin because he said that she obstructed ICE's chance to get uh, to get this illegal, I guess, or whatever they call them. The nobody's illegal. I understand that um, undocumented um, uh, immigrant. A lot of a lot of what ICE is doing is that they're hanging around courts, and the immigrants have to come in and do their monthly or however long every I monthly. I'm not really sure. Is it monthly? I think it's monthly. They come in and do a court check, how everything's going and all that stuff. And this is when ICE just scoops them up. And so people that are actually following the law are the people uh, being held, in these detention centers. And God knows where they're going to go, and God knows how long they're going to be there. And God knows that they're not being treated well. And some of them are being deported who were um, um, citizens. A 2-year-old was deported. Another, uh, uh, you know, child was deported um, who was a citizen, but she was like 4, and uh, and that's bad enough. But she had you know not level. She had cancer. She's being treated for cancer, stage 4 cancer. So this little girl was sent back to what, I don't know, Honduras. So we can just imagine. Um, I think that's where it was. But this is the kind of stuff that's happening, and it's very disheartening. And I don't really like to talk about this stuff, um, with the positivity of the new moon. But um, I do want to say that the Pluto is on the south node of the United States, and Mars now sitting on the north node of the United States with this new moon squaring. When we have planets square the nodes, there is a resolution to the conundrum, and the best way to work this energy, this Taurus energy values, is through the south node. Going back to the past, we have the south node in Aquarius. This is about democracy, freedom, um, taxation without representation, all of that stuff that we fought a revolution for. And so this is a revisiting of those principles. And then we need to go to the past and remember the words of the forefathers, and then take action in the direction of the heart. Leo is the direction of the heart in the house of our shared resources, our shared values. Okay, so we need to come to terms with the values that we share as we find this um, really terrible situation that we're in. I also want to point out that Jupiter is conjunct Mars in the United States. Mars in the United States chart in Gemini is probably, in my estimation, one of our weakest points, because Gemini, in other words, you have to kind of have an enemy, and if we don't have an outer enemy, we tend to eat ourselves up. And so we're in that process. Although I do think that there is a certain Gemini who seems to be willing to be the person everybody else wants to rail against. So maybe that's the value of a certain Gemini. But this is a trying time. So um, without getting to and I made a mistake this morning by getting on the television before I came out and did this, and seeing what's been going on. what atrocities have been happening in our name. And I'm not sure any of us really want that. It's not part of our values. So part of this new moon, I think, is also going to be deciding what you're willing to fight for and what you're willing to do. And not everybody needs to be out on the streets protesting. Some people can't, some people shouldn't, because it's not safe for them. But for those of us who it's safe for, it's a good idea. And we also have to, put our energy where it counts. And because everything is coming undone to a certain extent, um, we need to be particular. We need to put our energy where our energy serves us best and where we can. Um, it has to be something that's important to you. It has to be something that you value, and do what you can. And it's each one of us do a little bit more, put a little more effort into those things that really matter to us. We can overcome this. We really can. There was a time when we didn't have the ability to communicate with each other the way we do now. And although some of it has to be in code because you can't say stuff now because you'll get canceled, or uh, they shadow ban you, or whatever it is, whatever they can do. I mean, everything is by computer. So you say a word, it's a word in what you're saying. You get put like down lower in the queue, as it were. Um, but we just have to be persistent. And yet she persisted. And so we must all be persistent. And persistence is a Taurus quality. Once a Taurus has decided to go in a direction, there's no stopping them. So we will be like the bull. Like the bull. All right, guys, have yourself a great day. Um, Check out, if you weren't able to join us last night for Mystic Sisters, there is a replay. And we had Jen Lin of Jen Lin's Tarot and Petty Boots fame with us, and it was a lovely evening. And anytime Jen would like to come back, we would love to have her. All right, guys, take care. Have a good new moon. And I love you very much. Love is the answer. Take care.